Hello and welcome to another video. Now today I am at an absolutely incredible place, one of the most dangerous rivers in the world, especially dangerous rivers in England. Now I didn't know about this place until quite recently. I'm stood on it here now. Now this is the Strid of the River Wharfe. Now you can see where the river comes through these rocks here, and it carries on, just to ignore the glare from the sun there, and it goes to get quite wider places. But the reason that I've come to this part of the river is just to show you why this is one of the most dangerous rivers, especially in England, if not the world. Now you can see the river going through there. You can see it is quite a busy river, especially towards the top, and it does look, you know, quite ferocious in some parts. But you would still think, well, I can see a bit of a rock there, you can see the bottom kind of thing, it'd be easy to have a little swim in there. But you couldn't be more mistaken. Now with this river, what it does is, these rocks on the side are not the embankment to the walls. They are not the walls of the river. What that actually is an overhang. So if you can imagine the river coming down on a line like that, this part of the river has turned like this. So underneath these rocks here where I'm stood is the water as well. And there's also cave systems that go through here underneath these rocks. I'm trying not to get too close, because if you fall in here, no matter how brave you think you are or anything like that, you will be killed in there. It will just suck you in. Underneath the water there, a couple of inches, is a downward pull. So that will pull you straight down into those cave systems underneath, and you will be killed, 100%. So I'm just going to have a little walk down, show you a bit more of the river while I tell you a few of the stories. I'm not going to face the camera on myself because the sun's quite bad behind. I'm going to give you a good view of the river. So, in 1943, there was a young artist that lived in this area who came down to visit the Strid to paint it, never to come home again. They later discovered 11 days later that his body was pulverised at the bottom of the river down there. I'll show you a bit of footage from down there, because the river does widen out to about 20 to 30 foot. So that's one example. Another example, a married couple came on their honeymoon to this area, visiting the Strid, never to be seen again. It's incredible, the stories that are here. I think the most recent one was in 2010 with a young boy, was out with his family on a birthday party and happened to fall in here and sadly be killed. Now there's not just those stories I've told, there's obviously stories that have been lost throughout history of people that have sadly been killed here. It's a fascinating thing to think of, isn't there? Upon reading some of the stories of this place, you can see here it is a lot more violent, and you can see that you know you're going to get into a lot of problems here. But down there, it's so much calmer. As I say, I'll show you some footage later on about that. But the interesting thing to me was what I was thinking about when I was investigating this place. Can you imagine in the 12th, 13th, 14th century, a couple of knights maybe on the horseback, they put the horses up there to a tree and they come down to have maybe a bathe or just to get a bit of water. They lean over and put their hand in, and that's it, you've sucked in, it's too late, you will be pulverised and killed, unfortunately. But you can see the raw power of the river. I'm not going to get too close because you can see all the moss here is far too dangerous to be getting close to. So as I say, this is the Strid on the River Wharfe, not too far from Skipton, to give people a bit of a better idea. Yeah, so just an incredible place, absolutely incredible. And as well, you'd think there was somewhere like this that has near enough 100% death rate, that there would be some kind of, I'm just going to climb up here, there would be some kind of precautions to stop people from falling in and that kind of thing, but there literally isn't. So I'm on the pathway now, as you can see. It does have the signs to indicate what is here. The Strid is dangerous and claimed many lives in the past, please stand well back. And you can see why, you really can. It doesn't do much justice to it when you see things like this online until you're actually here and you see it for yourself. It's incredible. But like I say there, there's no barrier, nothing to stop you going in there. I think that's probably why it's claimed so many lives over the time. And I've given this place the world's most dangerous river because of that fact, because it looks so inviting. It looks like you could go in, put your feet in there and have a little soak and nothing would ever happen to you. But as soon as you go under a couple of inches of that water, it will just suck you straight in. Now I don't know how well it's going to pick up the river down there. Like I said, I've got some footage to show of the river down there, just to show you how calm it is, and you can actually see the bottom down there. It's maybe 3 or 4 foot deep. But if I just go to the edge now, you'll see the vast difference. So up there, where the water's crazy and it's wild, running underneath the rocks, down there you can see it opens back up to each individual bank on the sides where the rocks are, and you can see the bottom clearly down there. This is why this is such a dangerous part of this river. As I'm just leaving this strid, I just wanted to show you this board that they've got in here. So it says that billions of water over hundreds of thousands of years have gradually eroded the rocky bed of the river. That's what I was saying to you. The gorge is over 9 metres deep here, and more than 2 double-decker buses on top of each other, full of hissing water, immensely powerful currents. The danger may not be too obvious on a summer day, but you can see, so this must be representing the strid here, and then this is a diver that's gone down. He was a brave man. So now I'm possibly about a mile, maybe half a mile from the strid in that direction, and you can see here, like I was saying, how calm the river is. You wouldn't even know anything about it.